Coach Lemonis had just said that you thought that was your best start of the season. I mean, what was kind of working for you there, and did you kind of, from that last start understand, the significance of coming out on Friday night and having a big start like that?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I felt all four of my pitches were working. The biggest thing this year has been mentality. Working, with Fox on trying to get the mentality coming from the bullpen to a starter role, and just finding that sweet spot. So tonight was just a good night, and I'm blessed by the Lord to have a good outing and show what I got.
UNKC limited one of the best offenses in the country to 3 hits for 8 innings. What can you learn from that and share with the other pitchers for the rest of the weekend and how to attack this lineup a little bit?
Just that we can do it. Don't be scared. We got some of the best pitchers in the country, just like they got some of the best hitters. Just going out there and competing. Having the mentality of filling the zone up, not letting them beat you with free stuff like something that I got beat with tonight. The only run I gave up was a walk, and unfortunately I walked 2 in 1 inning, and it cost me a run. But just going out there and just trusting yourself, trusting your stuff, and trusting the team behind you to pick you up when you fail.
It seemed like too after you guys got the lead back, you had a little more. You were already pitching pretty well, but it seemed like you had a little something left there to kind of push it through. What kind of emotional lift do you get as a pitcher when you have one of the guys come up with a big hit there and you get the lead?
Oh, it's everything. Pitching with a lead is, one of the most underrated thing in the world. You have guys like Luke Hancock come up big, and I can't remember what inning was, but just seeing him, burst the team up with confidence. Just going out there and wanting to give them the best shot at a win was just what I was doing.
Obviously, it was a tough start last week for you at Arkansas. Was there anything you did different this week? Watched the film, or what did you do, I guess, to kind of approach this week?
Last week, there's a phrase, crap happens, man. It wasn't my best. It wasn't the team's best. We didn't play defense. We didn't hit the ball. It's just something that I had to work on this week, and just working on my control, mentality, like I said before, and it just fell into place.
Last week you guys bounced back from the tough Friday and Saturday games. I guess it's a pretty quick turnaround here. How do you kind of stomach this one and look forward to tomorrow?
And it's something that we look at. How many times have we as Mississippi State won that game like that? And it's you win some, you lose some, and just tonight wasn't our night. And we just got to take it from here and learn. We were 1 strike away, and all those guys that pitched, they're better than them guys that they faced hitters wise. And I think the coaches and everybody in the locker room has 100% confidence that they can come out tomorrow and shut them down. So just taking it with a grain of salt. A loss is a loss. It doesn't matter how it happens. It's still an L in the book. And just learning from it, and like you said, bouncing back tomorrow and Sunday.
Obviously, it was a tough start to this season with Casey going through that injury. What do you kind of see from him, whether it be away from games, in games, as he's kind of worked his way back into that bullpen role?
Casey's a dog. Casey's one of the best teammates you'll ever have. Just seeing him, fight through an injury, being smart with it, and not rushing it coming back, and now you see that he's just as good as he was before. And it's a vital part to our pitching staff and our team. Not just on the field, but in the locker room and in the dugout too, just keeping us up.
You've been a reliever in some high leverage spots. Lemonis mentioned guys just like losing focus. What is it that can lead guys like that to lose focus in those sweet spots?
It's a lot. You're playing in front of, I don't know how many people we have, but I would just guess it's over 10,000. Any little thing, whether it happens in the day before you get to the field or something that happened at the field or, just something in the moment, just it's so many variables, and it's something that, the pressure just sometimes wins. Like I mentioned, mentality. If you don't get in the right headspace, there's always something. But like I said, those guys are really, really good pitchers, so there's nothing wrong. So.
Jackson's proven to be a pretty resilient guy. He had a great week last week, and then as you mentioned, 2 great hitters, and next thing you know that you give it up. As a guy that's his friend and teammate, what do you kind of say to a guy like that, kind of pick him up and not let him regress a little bit?
Last week after my rough start, he came to me and kind of chewed my butt a little bit. Whether it was body language, mentality, just being tough. And last week, after going back and watching film, I wasn't as tough as I am as a person, and he held me accountable. So the only thing to do is hold him accountable, boost his confidence. Tell him he's got this, and we got to have him again this weekend. So just not letting him get down, staying with the team, staying his head up, just keep going.
mentioned two batters in one inning. What is your mindset like to keep you grounded and keep things from getting out of control?
Really just go with the next batter. Show that you can be tough with runners on. Everybody can pitch when there's nobody on, no pressure, but just it's kind of like a challenge, and it takes me back to Georgia when I had second and third with no outs, and just talking with Fox, it's just a challenge to yourself and saying, hey, I can do this. Let's see if I can get out of this. You just got to be tough, be resilient, like you said.